Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, April 17th, and this is episode 39 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where we switch back and forth between 2D and 3D to defeat our enemies.
Boop. Oh my god, where did Tobin go?
I'm Tobin Kazire.
And I am Yuzo Watanabe. This week we feature Super Paper Mario on the Wii.
Boop. Who's funny now, bitch? Boop.
Very funny. Boom Boom Rocket is the other game, of course, we review, as well as Monster Madness demo on the 360, both on the 360. We also do Prince of Persia and Kororinpa on the Wii.
That's a weird game name.
It is a weird game.
My poor DS and PS2 are gathering dust this week. It's really sad, but not for long. New releases include Toondoku and Pokemon on the DS, and some Xbox Live arcade games. No! I'm not playing that game anymore.
You're no fun.
Alright. As always, we'll finish up with our community section, but let's get started with Super Paper Mario on the Wii by Nintendo.
Actually, yeah, the music of the Super Paper Mario takes a new direction, doesn't it?
Yeah,
A little bit.
it does. It's like kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's
like more funky, kind of techno-y
a little funky
and stuff.
is, I think, the thing. A little toe jam and early.
All right, so you want to go or you want me to go?
Let's see. I think I'll start out with Super Paper Mario. So Super Paper Mario is made by Infinity something or other. So I don't think it's actually made by Nintendo, but it's one of those games that they farm out, but they allow other companies to do as well as, but use all the.
Feels very Nintendo.
It feels very Nintendo. So this is, I believe, a third in the series of Paper Mario games where you're a thin Paper Mario and it's more RPG than platforming,
right?
Or it has been technically. Now, what happens this time is that they made it a lot more platforming than RPG, which I think is an improvement.
For me, it is.
So you played. What was the last one you played?
I played Thousand Year Door.
That's the second one, right? On GameCube?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And that was really fun, but what happens is it got repetitive. So, did you ever play any of those?
No.
So what would happen is every battle became kind of turn-based. So you'd meet up with enemies, and then
would it go to a different screen where you'd be like, and you have hit points, just like Final Fantasy?
Exactly. I mean, it was more active than Final Fantasy because you'd have these things where it'd be like you want to attack them, and then if you push the attack button right as you hit them, you'd get more damage.
Why
so
does
it's
that
kind of
sound
like
just like
active
this
battle.
is just like Super Mario RPG.
Yes, actually, yeah.
So very similar.
Very similar to Super Mario RPG.
I did try that. All right.
So they definitely went away from that for this one, right? So this is much more direct damage, like back to old school Super Mario.
Because it seems like all you do is you go and you stomp on people, you stomp on the heads of the different objects, except you do hit point damage this time. And of course, as you gain levels, you do more damage, and you also get hit points. So each time you get hit. Now, one of the things I noticed, it's very puzzly.
Yeah.
So you get a bunch of these things called pixels, Pixl, and they allow you to do different things like turn really thin, so you can go through little bars. I mean, what are the ones? Shrink. I haven't got that far yet. But.
Yeah, so you can shrink. You get a hammer where you can smash.
Oh, nice! Is it like the original hammer from the Mario?
It kind of looks like that.
Oh, nice! Like
So you end up getting 8 pixels all told.
Holy crap!
So there are a lot of pixels.
Well, not only you get the pixels, but you also get to play 4 different characters. You got Luigi, you got Mario, you got Peach, you got Bowser.
Yep.
I've only gotten Mario and Peach, and Peach allows you to do the whole umbrella and glide. What are the other two guys?
So Bowser breathes fire, which is awesome. So you can get these things where it's like people are coming at you and it just fills the whole screen.
That must be really helpful during the 100 trial.
Yes, it's actually really helpful when you're fighting a whole bunch of people, and then Luigi can jump super high.
Oh,
so there's areas.
There's
that you
actually
get
areas.
To.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's one of those. It's built like a Nintendo game in that the Mario games always have this wonderful complexity to them, where it builds and builds and builds and builds, and even from the first second that you're playing, there's puzzles that you're like, wow, I bet I'd come back to that later.
Exactly. You're right. It's almost Mario-vania.
Yeah.
Slightly. So you got the whole Metroidvania, but here, there's areas where there's a bunch of blocks blocking a pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had something that could blow it up.
I bet I will later.
Exactly.
But what blows my mind about this game is how smart it is. This is the first game that I've played where the references, like I was counting references for a while. There's levels where there's a dating sim inside the game where it's like, but it's making fun of dating sims. It's not like you play it. So you're playing Peach and you meet up with this nerdy guy and he's trying to hit on you and you see these menus pop up where it's like smooch, compliment, whatever, and he's like flipping through the menus.
And you're like,
and it's great because she turns into like stereotypical Japanese girl.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He says something to her and she says, "How much do you make?"
That's awesome.
It is. Oh man! And then there's this one part where it makes fun of Final Fantasy, where these Final Fantasy attack menus come up, and you have to actually pick from your items and do turn-based combat.
Holy crap! But it's all a joke. It's all like
a joke.
The whole
and it's
levels
all,
like that.
Yeah, and I mean, just over and over again, they've got all these references to things, and they just kind of, it's made for an adult audience, but kids won't mind missing all the jokes.
See, that's weird because I'm on the start of chapter 3, and there's I think 8 chapters, and I haven't seen very many references. There's been a few, but there haven't been that many references. This just start getting more and more as you.
It builds. I mean, I think it's level 4 that has the super nerdy guy as the boss.
I think 3. It's the big iguana.
Yeah.
Because I saw him and I'm like, that's pretty fun.
There's a million references in that one. There's just all there's this one part where there's this guy guarding the guy's bedroom, and you have to answer questions to get in, proving that you're the guy, and you're like, true or false? I like to go on message boards and complain about games I've never played.
True.
But I mean, Nintendo's bitter. Like, it's great. Like, they're just shitting on the kind of annoying nerd audience.
But that seems very American. Like some of those references, right? I mean, it's just like, was it an American company that made it for Nintendo? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, we should do more research on this.
Yeah, because there's a lot of slang in there that if it's not an American company that did it, then the translation is fantastic, because whoever they got to do the witty jokes and stuff.
Well, they usually do a really good job on localization, except for those wacky things like Shine Get, and but I think they do those on purpose. I'm not sure. But Super Paper Mario, I mean, one of the things I really like about it, besides the fact that it's a super polished Nintendo game, like all of them are, is that it's really fun. I mean, they made a lot of things where, like you were talking about Mario-vania. Are you right there? Yeah. Wind down the wrong pipe. What was I saying?
Don't breathe wine.
Yeah, no. No, they do everything really well. It's really addictive, and they do all the leveling really well. I mean, it's just like everything about it makes me keep on wanting to play, which is kind of rare.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll drink to that. Oh, yes.
Man, I really did breathe in some wine there.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, man.
So while Tobin recovers, we'll
but yeah, so
we'll talk about what about that 100 pit thing? You get something out of that?
I don't know. I didn't beat it yet.
You suck. So I will describe the pit of well, he recovers.
There's a mess right now.
I know, man. I mean, that's like alcohol down your lungs.
Yeah, it's like vinegar.
Ooh. So the Pit of 100 Trials is this area that you go in, and essentially it's a bunch. Oh, I said essentially. Fuck.
Oh,
right, let me drink.
Wait, that's just you. You didn't say achievements.
I gotta drive home tonight. So it's kind of you get a bunch of different levels, and you go and you kill all the guys, and you get the key. You go to the next one, but there's 100 levels of that, and it gets progressively harder. And I got to level 10, and like it says, you can go out if you want, but you gotta start over again.
Yeah.
What's highest you got?
So I played it right around the beginning. I played it before I should have.
Oh.
So when I got to level 58 and I died, and I lost.
Well, yeah,
everything,
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
so, you get to unlock all these chests of treasure on the way, but since you don't get to save, it's all gone.
Well, you can't. You can save if you at every level 10 levels. You jump out.
But
basically.
who's going to do that? So I mean, in they actually had the Pit of 100 Trials in Paper Mario. On the and I never beat it there either.
All right.
But I mean, I'm on level 8-1 now. So I'm almost through the game, and I haven't had to do the trial. So I think it's kind of optional. Maybe you get special gifts. Yeah. But what's really interesting is I could not put this down. Like I played and played and played and played, and I mean I just churned through all the levels, and it actually is fun, super fun, all the way up to about level 7.
Oh.
And then now I'm playing because I really want to beat it, but it actually got a little bit less fun. So I'd say
what part of it wasn't fun? Was it like the save point distances, or?
It just kind of gets to the point where it feels very, very directionful in the first 6 levels, where it's
like go here, go find this pillar, yada yada.
Right, and then after this, it kind of ends up being there's like one thing where they say you have to find 3 guys and get orbs from them. And then you're just like, here's this whole world. So you're just kind of wandering around.
You have to talk to every single person?
You have to talk to a lot of people, and it ends up. I mean, it's still good, but it's not great. So it's like I go through, and it's still kind of fun, but then there's parts of it where I'm like, I could just go look on a FAQ. It's like one of those things where for the beginning part, I was exploring, and I'm like, I'm not going to look at a FAQ. And I'd get stuck. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to wander around. I'm having fun. I'll talk to new people. And then when I got to around level 7, I got to points where they're just like, well, obviously I have to go back through the entire level I just explored and talk to everyone and find these things.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm just going to look this up.
So you just went ahead. So my feeling was that there was a couple of points where I was like, I could figure something out. I could wander around and try all the things, but I would forget what powers I have. with the pixels. So there's that one in level 2, I think, where you have to use the pixel to turn skinny to fall down a crack.
Yeah.
I was looking at a crack, I'm like, oh, let me blow it up, because I'm right at the bomb, and I'm like, okay, that didn't work. And then I just wander around the level for like 15 minutes, I'm like, I know I gotta go down that thing. Alright.
Yeah.
It didn't click. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, you have this thing that turns you skinny. You can fall down. So I had to use the game facts twice so far.
Wow, you're on level 3.
I know. Yeah. Well, it's just like my patience is pretty low at this point.
Yeah.
If I wander on a level like from the beginning to the end to the beginning, I'm like, all right,
this makes sense because you got to keep it fun.
Exactly. Yeah. So and like I probably put 3 hours into it too, like 3 or 4 hours, and I'm having a blast.
Yeah, I put about 20 hours in. So I am really, I have just been...
That's all you play?
Yeah, that's all I played this week. We're going to get to these other games, and it's like, you'll see that I really didn't play much this week besides Super Paper Mario. I could not put it down, and I can't recommend it enough. I think that it's
dude, it's been so long since we had anything on the Wii, so it's like this huge drought. This is like manna from heaven.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, but a good Mario game. Like, I haven't played something fun since Mario Sunshine. Right, that's the last big Mario. There's been some DS games, there's been some whatever, but Mario Sunshine was the last. This is a Mario game franchise.
So the last one was Super Mario, New Super Mario Brothers on the DS, but there were all those other ones like Mario Sports, Mario Strikers, but those weren't like. Yeah.
And I wouldn't even count New Super Mario Brothers on the DS
because it's 2D.
Yeah, it wasn't as deep. You could beat that in a weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
It was great. It was great. No,
yeah.
No doubt about
we
it.
totally didn't even talk about the whole jokes that we had. So there was the whole 3D aspect.
Yeah,
right?
Rich.
I know. Hello.
Damn it. Right. I think this is new. The whole innovation. Sorry. Yeah. So it's most of the time you're 2D.
And, well, here's the whole thing. You're playing and you're holding the Wiimote. Like, it's great we have this prop here, right?
Yeah.
You're holding Wiimote like this, so you're using this and you're jumping and all that. But the key thing is that you hit the A button and all of a sudden the whole world turns 3D. And you only have about maybe 30 seconds to do that and before you start taking damage, and then you go back. But there's all sorts of puzzles. Like, you'll be going, I have a wall. Like, I hit a wall. Like, what the hell do you do?
Yeah.
Let's go 3D.
Oh, it's so well done.
And you walk around it.
It really, it's such a puzzle-solving game. It's it's the essence of what I like in a game. Because it's exploration, it's puzzle-solving.
Collecting shit.
It is everything. It's always new. It's not like you're reusing the same elements over and over again. And every time I got to a part where I'm like, okay, I'm stuck. I'm like, I'm going to try all my pixels. I'm going to flip into 3D. I'm going to explore around a little bit. There'd be these things where it's hard to explain, but you get to these things where it's like you're walking around in 2D and you're like, this is a dead end. And you switch to 3D, and there's a path going off in another dimension that doesn't exist in 2D, right? It's off towards you.
The only way you can do it is 3D, which is the amazing thing. And the cool thing is, like, you'll turn 3D sometimes, you'll see this little rock, which was just a rock before. It's got a little arrow saying, go this way.
Yeah.
This is great. So I think innovation-wise, it's great. Fun-wise, it's great. Value-wise, it's great. The fact that if you have a Wii, there's no reason at all you should not get it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not so.
Double thumbs up. Nothing, like I said, it gets a little tedious around level 7 or 8, but I'm still going to beat it, and it's probably the best game I played on the Wii so far.
Yeah, definitely. I like it more than Zelda.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
Yeah, which is kind of funny. So let's go to the next game that we have. This would be Boom Boom Rocket. We were actually very excited about this game on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yep.
So what happened?
It's all right.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's all right. I would say that if it was 400 points, I'd buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Because I would think about it. I think.
Yeah.
Here's my main problem. So let's just go over it. What is Boom Boom Rocket?
So there's a line on the screen. It's a rhythm game. There's a line on the screen with fireworks going up to it, and then as it gets to the line, you detonate them with the buttons. Which you thought it was arrows.
I thought it was directions because it actually had arrows in it, but it's not. It's just the buttons. Yeah. So I was looking at that, and you have I think 11 different levels.
Yeah.
And they're all public domain techno-y music. So you got all the Mountain King. You got just Green Sleeves probably.
Scarborough Fair. Happy birthday.
No,
that's right. That's not public domain.
So that was one of my big things, because I think a rhythm game really has to have good music. Because one of my big problems with DDR Universe is the fact that all the music kind of sucks, and it made me stop playing after a while because I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I went back to some of my older DDRs, like a DDR Max with all the great J-poppy type ones, and I'm playing. I'm like, yeah, this is great. And it's just I didn't get any of that with any of the music that you got with Boom Boom Rocket.
I liked one of them a lot. The one there's
you only get 2 on the trial. You didn't buy it, right?
There's 3 on the trial.
2, but one has 2 different levels.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
One of them I thought was pretty cool.
They had Hollow Mountain King and one other one. I don't know what the other one is, but
so it.
Like, come on! Seriously, it's $10. It's a rhythm game with 11 songs and 3 different difficulty levels. I think there was online play, which is kind of cool. Maybe.
Oh, really?
I
online
thought
competitive.
I thought.
It didn't really grab me all that much. I played through all the demo stuff, and I'm like,
yeah. And it's hard to say because I actually know somebody that worked on the game.
Yeah.
So I don't want to trash it too much, but whatever, right? I mean, just like I can't really justify spending $10.
I mean,
maybe $5.
I think it was a $5 game. I think it's. I mean, like you get 11 songs, you get some fun out of it. There's some rankings, there's some achievements, and it's clever. It's pretty. There's not that much depth, right? 11 songs.
Well, but the depth of the thing is like,
and the gameplay is not much depth either.
Exactly. They just throw dots up, and you're just hitting them. You're hitting 2 at a time. You're not hitting 3 at a time, from what I could tell. So you're kind of like boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. I'd rather do it with my feet. You know what it is? It's just like playing the Flash DDR.
When you're
online.
kind of doing it on the
and I'm like, okay, it's fun for about 5 minutes, but even no matter how intricate or interesting they get, it's still I'm using my fingers.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So unfortunately I can't recommend it.
Yeah, it's cool. It just didn't grab me.
Yeah.
So at the price point that it's at, I say thumbs down.
Thumbs down. If it was $5, maybe.
I would definitely buy it if it was $5.
For the points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is on Xbox Live Arcade, and
absolutely
you can go demo it yourself and see what you think about it. And maybe I actually haven't really gone back to check old games that I didn't think were worth it.
Yeah.
Do you think they're doing price drops?
I don't think so.
You think it just stays the same price?
I think if they ever
what was that one bullshit game that was $1,200? It was like for poker.
It was the billiards.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bought it, didn't
No.
you?
Fuck
no.
no.
I thought you bought one of those $15 games.
No.
Wasn't there one that you bought?
No.
Okay.
I bought a couple $10 ones that I regretted.
Yeah, but most of the $10 ones I regret.
You know what? I think I bought a card. I think I bought like spades for $10.
Yeah,
it was something like that.
Yeah, you bought
spades. Like, what was I doing?
You bought Alpo Coloki.
Yes, that was
$10. And
yeah.
that was
also.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually a really clever game.
I thought Wick was worth $10.
Was it $10?
Yeah, that was $10.
There's
very
really
few
cool.
$5
Wick
games.
was very cool.
And I think the best value out of all of them is going to be Geometry Wars at $5.
Yeah,
totally. I mean, what I hope they would lower the price
or make bundles.
Yeah, well, they do make bundles with Xbox Live Arcade Unplugged.
That's right.
But I think it's like $40 and you get 5 games. So I'm like,
it's not that much of a bundle. So hopefully they'll go back and drop the prices on some of these because we might say, a couple of years from now they drop them and we go back and you're like, yeah, I'll play that for $5.
Dude, I would go and buy Tapper if they made it like 200 points.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like 250.
You don't have to go. You don't have to be 400, 800. You can actually be like 100.
But they don't. It's always 400. It's like $5, $10, $15, and they really need to work on their thing. So that is Boom Boom Rocket, 2 thumbs down, and the next game is what?
Prince of Persia: Rival Swords on the Wii.
Right. So I want to talk about this one, and I also want to compare it with the other Wii game that I played. This is the game that I played. It's Prince of Persia. It's made by Ubisoft / whoever the developer was, and it's Prince of Persia on the Wii, but you're using the Wiimote to do a lot of the sword stuff. So there's a couple of things about it.
It's not one of the kind of sideways.
No. It's the whole standard.
Okay.
So using the nunchuck attachment to control yourself.
Yeah.
And using like this, right?
Yeah.
So, it's like waggling, right? But the Prince of Persia, the thing about it is it has a lot of the same components that you get in the normal Prince of Persia. You're doing a hell of a lot of jumping.
Yeah.
You go from one ledge, jump, you crawl ledges, you climb up,
the
you jump
ultimate
the other
platformer.
Ledges. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And it's they also have the running along walls and all that and that stuff's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's the sword play where it really bogs down.
Oh, really?
It's
like
one
the swinging around shit?
It's one of those things where the control, they just tacked it on. So what you do is, they have this special mode where like you either sneak up somebody or like above them, and the whole screen gets a little fuzzy, and it's saying, "Shake the nunchuck to do a speed attack."
Can you do different shakes? No. It's just a shake.
So when it goes fuzzy, you do the shake of this to do speed attack, and it starts with the animation. It's kind of God of War-ish.
Yeah.
Except all you have to do is
wait. Speed attack. Oh.
Yeah. That's essentially what you do. You wait for his sword to flash, and then you shake. And you do it like twice, and if you don't do it at the right time, then you don't kill him. So it's very kind of God of War where the flash is like the A-B. So you can sense some of that. They have save points where you have water. Was that similar to the original ones? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
You drink water and you get to save, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay, so they have that same sort of thing, but it really, I mean, the camera movement's terrible.
Oh.
So it's a 3D game.
Do you control the camera, or is it all...
Yes, you do control the camera. So you're walking, I'll be walking with my nunchuck, and you control the camera by tilting.
Oh.
So I'm walking, and then if I want to turn the camera this way, I tilt left. So then like this, and I'm doing that when I'm just doing the sword, so the camera's going all over the place, and so I ended up starting to use the crosshair here. So and this also controls the camera. But at the same time, I'm going like this, or I'm going like this. It just gets really confusing.
And they still haven't really figured out how to Wii control things.
Exactly. Well, because you really need those two analogs to do it right.
Yeah.
And they have all these places where you go to a place and you can't see what's going on to be able to jump or climb down.
Yeah.
So here's the hack they did. They put a little eyeball icon at the bottom left of the screen. And you have to hit the 1 or the 2 button, and it changes the camera. So it tells you when you need to look around.
Oh, wow.
Is that clunky?
So, you see how telling it is that Nintendo came out with a first-party game and they didn't use the nunchuck? I mean, seriously, that's kind of embarrassing.
Actually, I can't think of a single one.
The whole thing is they're like, hey, we invented this new innovative control scheme, and then when you're playing the new Mario,
well, Zelda, they did do Zelda, so that's
okay. Zelda uses it. That's true, but I'm saying this new Mario didn't use it at all, which is fucked up. Like that's kind of
it's a 2D game. I mean, right? You definitely got to do it this way. Oh, we didn't even mention the fact that you do use this to look.
Yeah, you do
look
around a little bit.
But anyhow, I think Prince of Persia. I mean, my big complaints about it the platforming part is still fun.
Yeah.
If you like the platforming where you're running along the walls and doing that kind of stuff, it's actually pretty neat.
So
it's very puzzly, right? You're like, okay, I need to climb here.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while they force you to fight because there's 2 guys there, and then you jump down.
Is it really hard? I mean, can you just beat it?
It's not hard. It's just
dumb.
Idiotic.
Yeah.
You see 2 guys and you're like, okay, you have 2 swords and you go like this.
But I mean, if you really like the platforming part, you can just get through the crappy part and play and still.
It depends on how much fighting there is. I played for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I fought kind of a lot.
Oh, okay. So
about half and half.
So if that's really annoying, then.
And it's getting to me. So I'm still playing. I'll play a little bit more, but when I have Paper Mario there and I have some of these other games, I'm like, look, man, you guys kind of screwed up on the controls. Come back next time with Prince of Persia Rival Swords 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know what the Rival Swords, but dude, the voice acting is terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really, really bad. Like absolutely terrible. And the graphics are god awful too. So it's thumbs down for me. I would not recommend it. Rent it if you want, but that's about it.
Speaking of games that we're excited about. Monster Madness Battle for Suburbia.
Oh, I was so freaking excited about this game, dude.
I hated this. Like
really? Like with a passion?
Like
I was just disappointed.
I wasn't just disappointed. I actually was angry.
Was it because of the build-up?
Oh, it was because of the build-up. It was because, so it's a top-down action-y fighter, like we talked about last week.
Kind of like Gauntlet.
But it really feels like cheap. Like Misery said this in the forums, and he described it perfectly. He said everything feels floaty. Yeah. It's so true. You're just running around, and it's just like you're just kind of like brr, 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 like couches are bouncing off of you and chairs, and you're just kind of like running around in a room full of just like bubbly objects
and monsters coming at you right and left. You can't tell what's going on a lot of times.
It's just the controls are stupid. It's not fun. Like,
well, so the controls. One of the things I thought was interesting was that they had the 2 controls, and like you would do one to move, one to point. But then another button to shoot, which is kind of weird because a lot of times you just expect the right button to shoot. But you then do that, you do the triggering, and then it's just like, okay, then you do these special moves, you do blocking, and you do all this other stuff, and it's like...
it's all spazzy, like you'll get near something, and they're like, oh, if A flashes, press A, and then you turn on, like a lawnmower comes on and starts spinning around the room, and it hits you, and it hits the enemies.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I know it's some sort of environmental thing, and you have, okay, hey, pick up a weapon, and if it has a thumbs-up sign, you really like it.
But you're so busy fighting. Yeah, so it's like all these enemies are running at you, they're like, yeah, make sure you look for weapons with thumbs up. You're like, I'll be lucky if I find a weapon at all.
I know. Yeah, it took me forever just to find a weapon because you pick up a couch and you throw it and it's gone.
Yeah.
But then I see this little tiny knife and I go and the thumbs up icon's like really tiny and I'm like, what the hell's going on? This is
And so I would say this game was shit if it was an Xbox arcade game.
See, listen, if it was an Xbox Live Arcade game and it was $10, I would give it so much more credit.
I don't think it's worth $10. Like, that game just made me angry. I'm just saying, like, for me, that game was shit as a live arcade game, and the fact that they're making it a retail game is like taking a dump on your chest. Like, that's just like, fuck you.
Doing that and smearing it all around, too.
It's just like, oh, take it, bitch.
Here's some toilet paper, too, in case. But,
yeah, they're selling this as a retail game. This is an arcade game.
I know. It's unfortunate. It's absolutely unfortunate. And the main thing that I was so upset about was the fact that it was going to be like this
humor.
Well, no, not the humor, but it's supposed to be a like a reimagining of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which I love.
But you said that was like funny and fun and stuff, right?
It was, but it was actually a really good shooter.
Oh,
it was a top-down shooter.
Okay, gotcha.
And it was fun because there was action, there was different weapons, you could see what's going on. It was co-op.
Different. It wasn't like Zerg Rush. It wasn't. I mean, like, how does the combat?
It was too chaotic and non-skill based. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, it's a button masher.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a idiotic, dumb button masher.
Yeah.
And they're expecting $50 for it. And Here's the thing. I'm still going to rent it because I'm kind of curious what the co-op experience will be like, as well as the online play. But I mean, like, I already know the game mechanics are going to be so retarded that, sorry.
I wouldn't rent this game if it was an easy 1,000 points.
Really?
No.
Dude, you play Open Season over this game.
Open Season was kind of fun. I didn't get angry the second. TMNT was actually really fun.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I give this game a thumbs down.
Yeah.
I really was disappointed in this demo.
Yeah.
Give it a try and let us know in the forums
it's free.
if you. Yeah, it's free, but Jesus.
And let us know what you think, because man, I mean, everybody I talked to so far are like, wow, this is a bad game.
On the forums, there was a topic right away where a bunch of people were just like, "What is this turd?
Yeah, is this game supposed to be better?
Why is there a turd in my Xbox?"
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Sorry, dude. And we were spending all this time trying to get like interviews and like press. It's like,
yeah, I'm glad we didn't, because then we would have like gotten to meet the guys and then we would like shit on their game.
We would have been playing. Would have been like,
ooh, can we crap on this game when we know those guys? Now we don't know them, so fuck them.
Exactly.
This game blew.
It was
and
terrible.
The last game,
Kororinpa, Marble Madness, or something like that. It is a Wii game. I don't know why I put DS, but I got to change it. It is a Wii game, and it came out, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Is it like Marble Madness on Nintendo?
No.
Okay.
So, did you ever play Mercury? Archer McLean's Mercury? Or Mercury Reloaded? Oh, sorry, it was a PSP game. That's fine. So the Mercury and this game, the very simple concept is that you control an object. In this case, it's a marble. And you are using either a nub or, in this case, the Wiimote to balance the world.
Oh.
And rotate the world.
Like those old the maze with the BB in
exactly.
it.
Yeah. So what they do is they have 45 levels, 40 levels, 5 bonus levels, and you start out usually on a track, and all you're doing is going like this, and you're just letting the marble go, and you collect all the red crystals, and then you go to the exit.
Okay, so if the controls are really, really responsive, that could be very fun.
So here's the. Remember how I said the controls on Pinch Pleasure were so stupid and lame?
Yeah.
They did it right. It's the first third-party game I saw that did it right.
Nice!
But it's really simple, because all you're doing is like this, and it's really sensitive.
You can still fuck it up, though. Like, if it wasn't sensitive enough, you'd get angry in 10 seconds.
But that's the thing. I mean, I'm playing it, like, you can go like that, and the whole world just revolves.
Oh, nice.
And there's, like, certain tricks you gotta do where you do that, and you make the thing fall, and you catch it again. In a different part of the level, and that's how you get some. So there's red crystals that you have to collect and go to the exit, and there's a green bonus crystal. And they did it right. It's very cute. There's like a level where you're in like the woods. There's a level where it's all made out of candy. It's really cute. It's really simple.
I want to try it now. I gotta check it out.
You gotta give it a try. So it's pretty cheap too. I think it was like 30 or 40. I rented it.
So I mean, what didn't you like about it?
I can't think of. I mean, I think. The variety. It's the variety. The number of levels. So I played for maybe about an hour and a half, and I went through 25 levels.
Wow.
Out of 40. And it was getting harder, but not that hard. You know what I mean? So I think
maybe more of a rental than a buy.
Oh, totally. Yes, I would not buy it. I mean, definitely don't buy it just for the fact, unless you really like it and you have a lot of kids over, that sort of thing. It's it's a good kid game, and I'm not going to say it's a good girl game. So
we'll see that later.
We'll see that later. But it's really fun.
Yeah.
It just gives you joy because you're going like this. You're like, it's really relaxing. You get a glass of wine. You're like, oh yeah. And it's really cute because you can get different marbles. So you start with a standard cat's eye marble, and you get like one that's a penguin. So it's a little penguin. It's like, really,
that's cool.
Each time it hits a wall, it's like,
okay.
You know what I mean?
You gotta give it a try. Good stuff.
So absolutely give it a try.
That's the kind of game that we should have on the Wii. Like, it's just kind of fun.
Absolutely.
It's easy. My mom could play it.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And there's multiplayer too. And I don't know how it works, but I think one person controls the nunchuck.
You're like doing the world. I'm like, meh.
I don't know how it works.
It's like aggressive multiplayer.
You're like, stop it! We should actually give that a try and videotape it. That would be awesome. Cool. So I give it a thumbs up. Definite rental. Maybe buy if you have a lot of kids.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna go check that out.
Hell yeah.
So
Kororinpa.
we should do the new releases pretty quickly because we're running.
Oh hell yeah, man. We are running like it's cool because there's some stuff that not is much interesting to talk about.
Not
Released
really.
yesterday. What do we have?
The DS Lite headset.
We talked about it.
We already kind of talked about
Not
this.
getting it.
Not really interested.
It lets you. What does it let you? It just lets you talk online.
Yeah.
Over
It's like
Wi-Fi.
Xbox Live for the DS.
And the quality's probably just as bad.
Probably or worse.
I don't know if it can get worse.
That's true. So I'm not really interested. We've talked about that. We kind of talked this to death last
exactly.
episode.
And if you guys get it, let us know how it is. We might actually, change our minds, whatever. But
so Toondoku, what's that?
Toondoku. It is Sudoku, but instead of numbers, you have pictures of cartoons.
Okay.
Not interested.
Not interested. I don't like Sudoku.
I like Sudoku, but the only Sudoku I've played on a console, a mobile platform I liked was on the PSP. Yeah, Sudoku. I think it was just called Sudoku, and it was really good. But this one,
Sudoku, it's really not that hard to just carry a piece of paper with you and like play it on the bus or a train or something. Like you can kind of scratch the letters. And
but here's the thing: at least with the PSP game.
Sorry, numbers.
Oh, so yeah, the PSP game that I played. Number one, there's like infinite maps or a hell of a lot of maps, so you don't have to do that.
Sure.
But the other thing is like it has all these things where you're using the triggers to switch through the numbers. And you either put B to make a little small number mark to say, okay, this number should be here,
right? Or
then the other number to place the number.
That's what pencils do, man.
But no, I understand that. But there's no erasing. You can do it really fast. But here's the best part about it: they time you.
Huh?
And then it records the time for that map. You can play against each other.
Yeah.
You do battles. So, it's a slightly more interactive and it makes a lot of sense. But Toondoku, I don't want to match pictures of, I don't know, Simba.
All you'd be doing is mapping the numbers back to, or the pictures back to numbers in your head, so it'd just be frustrating. It's like meta Sudoku.
Dude, remember when we did that at PAX?
Yes.
How annoying that was?
I hated it.
Yeah, we had to do Sudoku with like little pictures of
the Arcade Expo. They had these little mini
Wars.
games. Oh. Yeah, and like Yuzo and I like sat outside and we're
in the sun, like
trying
80
to map
degrees.
it was stupid.
Yeah, so
Fuck
I'm not
this
playing
game.
it.
I'm not playing it.
Next.
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So these games, people have been crapping their pants on the forums about this.
People love these.
And these are like 30-year-old dudes. These are all
well, most of them are like teenagers.
Or teenagers.
Yeah.
But all these people are just like, yeah, you guys got to play this, and it's really fun, and I love all the Pokemon games, and, just like, people are... I'll try it.
I'll try it, too. I'll try Diamond, you try Pearl. We'll see what happens.
Done. All right, we'll try it.
So we will definitely do it.
We'll try it and get back to it next week. I really don't even honestly understand the game. Like, I don't even know... Like, you're going around collecting shit, and you're having battles...
Yeah, you go around, you fight other people, you fight their Pokemon, and I think you can capture their Pokemon, and then you raise.
I mean, if it's like Rocket Slime, then I'll probably be down.
It's so here's what when I play the Pokemon, it's basically a retarded Final Fantasy battle system. I mean, it's really simplistic.
But why do people love it? People love it for some reason.
Because there's the collecting aspect, and that's why people said that you should love it, because you have to collect all 150 or 200 Pokemon, and you have this whole Pokedex, and you play online, you battle people, and
I'll try it.
But the cool thing about this one, there is Wi-Fi.
Nice.
So you can play online. We'll be able to do that. So we'll be trading our friend codes.
Yeah. All right.
Last up is what? Oh, Gyro. Oh, so dude, this is like unheard of. 2 Xbox Live Arcade games released on the same day.
And these are all antiques, right? These are like classics?
One of them is. So the first one is Gyrus. I don't know if you guys have played it, but we'll throw up a video if we can find one.
Right.
It is essentially a more advanced version of Tempest. Do you remember Tempest?
Yeah.
That old game? So there's a ring, and you go around, you're shooting in the center, but it's not like a grid. You just have machines. So it's kind of like a inward-facing Galaxian. It was a lot of fun. I didn't like it that much. It better be $5. I'm still not going to buy it.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm not going to pay for any of these old games. We talked about this before.
There's only a few old arcade games I'd pay for. Very few. I mean, like I paid for Street Fighter. That was kind of worth it, sort of.
Yeah, how much you play that?
3 times.
You
played for a Tapper?
Yeah, but that's true. You have like 5 achievement points in
Dude, they're hard to get!
Dude. Just saying.
Anyhow, the other game is 3D Ultra Mini Golf Adventures. I think too many words for an Xbox Live Arcade game. Yeah, mini golf, dude. I don't know. How would you...
I've been golfed out by the Wii.
Jeez.
There's 50 golf games in the Wii.
I know. I will download the trial and give it a try and let you know how it is, but we're not all excited. It'll probably be $10 or $15.
Yeah. Seriously, if it's more than $5, then I can tell you right now when either one of us are getting it.
So as you can see, there is nothing coming out next week except Pokemon. So we're going to be playing a lot of Paper Mario and Guitar Hero 2.
Yeah. I think so. Actually, yeah. The thing that I'll definitely be playing this week is Pokemon. Besides that, though, man, we're looking slim.
We might want to pick up the ship, maybe. We were talking about that before. And there's also a Iron Gamer Challenge for God of War 2. Gears of War Annex mode.
Yeah, and we've got a new. No, I should.
You should, yeah. We should practice.
And we're gonna have a new retro game.
Yes. Yes, and it's looking like Diablo 2. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So let's go through our voicemails.
Voicemails. We got first one is Dire Gamer.
Oh yeah.
Hey, NooBTooB, this is Matt. I'm a Dire Gamer on the forums, and I've got a question. I've got a project I'm setting up for next fall. I'm going to be an RA on my floor, and it's the academic study floor, so basically there's going to be nerds everywhere. And so I've got a tax refund I'm not doing anything with, so I decided to get a Nintendo Wii. Never had a console before, so I don't have like GameCube controllers or anything else like that, and wanted to know what you guys thought about what accessories I ought to get. I was planning on getting Paper Mario, Zelda, and the Wii Play for the remote. What else do I really need for the Wii? What's the must-buy? And my last problem is I'm getting the TV also. I've got maybe $300 to spend on the TV, so I wanted to know if I should get a high definition, like 15-inch, or maybe a 30-inch CRT. Is it going to matter whether I have definition with a Wii? I'll watch DVDs on it too, but that's about it. I'm not doing any high-tech gaming on it, just because I own a 360, so what do you guys think? Also, how do I get a Wii? They're still sold out everywhere, and I don't want to pay $100 over retail online, so any advice you got would be helpful.
All right, thanks, Dire Gamer.
Ow!
Ow!
All right.
Indeed. Thanks, Dire. So we have 3 questions, right?
Yeah.
We got, how does he get a Wii? What sort of TV should he get? What should he get with a Wii? Let's tackle the first one first.
All right, so how do you get a Wii? You can't.
You can't. It's really hard. I think
you have to pay over premium. There's literally no way to get it other than...
So here's the techniques that we use. I mean, these are NooBTooB established techniques for getting all of the new consoles. We check all of the main less trafficked places. So these are the circuit cities.
Yep.
These are the Best Buys, sort of.
Right.
Walmart's even to a bit. And you have to get kind of in good with all the managers, like, or what's his name, Vince.
Fuck Vince.
Yeah, fuck Vince. And find out when they get their shipments in, and then call or go right when they open. And apparently a friend of mine or a coworker says that he knows somebody that has like an inn with Circuit City, a few of Circuit Cities, and she goes and buys 4 a week. Sells them on Craigslist for $100 profit a week each.
Well, that's
but it's still
kind of cool, kind of sleazy.
It is sleazy. It's totally sleazy. But if you're going to get it yourself, you do have to work at it, and that's the only way you're going to do it.
So I would just say real quick, don't be a dick. So go there, make friends with the people in the electronics department, show up right when the shipment comes there, and be like, hey, I'd like to grab the Wii. Yeah. It's like if you start being all impatient and ordering them
you're
around,
not going to get anything.
They're not going to help you, right? Like, just be cool. Go, and you're going to have to camp it out, because otherwise you're not getting it.
Totally. And, bribery does not hurt. Bring some cookies, some cash, I don't know, something. But if you got an in, and hey, check on the forums. Maybe somebody in your area might be able to help you out.
Right. And then, so the next one is the TV. Literally, $300, get the biggest tube TV you can afford.
Yeah, because for the Wii, you're not going to need any sort of high def. You're going to watch DVDs and whatever.
Go on Craigslist.
But here's the thing, right? He was saying 30-inch for $300. Do you think you can get a 30-inch new TV these days for $300?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had a 32-inch TV that I used to have at my house, and I got it for $350, and that was like 3 years ago.
Okay, that's not too bad. Now, here's the other option. I think that's good.
Like a Sharp.
If you want that, something like that.
Yeah.
But here's the other option I think might actually be just as good. If you go to Dell right now, you can get a 22-inch LCD monitor for $279. So you get high def and a computer monitor if you already don't have one. So here's
the thing though. If you're talking
versus 30,
but you're getting because he's going to have multiple people playing in person.
So you think those extra 8 inches might make a difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, because you're talking about split screen 22-inch.
Yeah, I guess so.
Either one will be fine.
Either one will be fine. Yeah. So if you really want to make yourself work for the future, definitely try to think about the LCD. But a 30-inch tube would be just as good.
Sure.
The last thing is what you should get. Get 2, maybe even 4 controllers if you can afford it. Definitely get Wii Play. That's the best way to get the controller.
Yep.
Games are what? Rayman Rabbids for party games, maybe.
That's all right.
Yeah, it was okay.
WarioWare.
WarioWare again. That's kind of okay.
Wii Sports
definitely
okay.
comes with it. I hated Monkey Ball.
How about Kororinpa?
I haven't played multiplayer. Kororinpa, Marble Madness or whatever. So yeah, party games. I mean, aren't that many that I really liked, but I think you won't go wrong with Super Paper Mario, Zelda for single player.
Yeah.
Trauma Center I liked a lot.
Trauma Center's good.
Which do you like? Red Steel?
Not really. I mean, we've talked about the games that we really like. I mean, for multiplayer, you don't have that many options. For single player, you've got a couple more, and we've reviewed a couple.
Yeah.
So
go back to our episodes.
Yep. Go back and check out the ones that we've given thumbs up or thumbs down.
Hell yeah! We got Joel next.
Joel McKenzie.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Joel McKenzie from San Jose, California, calling in again. This time I don't have a question. This time I'm just calling because the other day I went to GameStop to, turn in a game.
First mistake.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the PlayStation 2. Apparently, I thought I wasn't going to get much for it. $15, not a big deal. I took it anyway because I needed the money. But the next day, I went on eBay and found that they were going for $60 and $70. When I found that out, I went over to GameStop and asked if I can purchase it back, and it's marked up for $60 now.
Oh.
So this is just a shout out to the employee Craig who made me give him my game. Fuck you, Craig. All All right, later.
That's right, Craig.
Yeah, Craig, you suck.
You bitch.
Oh man! So anything about GameStop, they are the most hated organization in gaming that I must have, definitely.
Dude, that's so weak, though, that he went back and he's like, can I get my game back? And they're like, no.
No, of course not. Why would they? They just made $45 profit.
Didn't.
It doesn't, no, but the employee...
You know what I mean? Like, this kid's making minimum wage. Craig, the dipshit,
Yeah.
is making minimum wage. Why not be cool? Why not just be like... It's so lame.
It's absolutely lame. So here's okay. Number one, golden rule. Number one, don't trade in your games to GameStop. Do not do it. They will rape you. And in this case, really, really bad.
If you have games you want to get rid of, go and look on Craigslist and eBay.
Yeah.
And say which one has a better price. Sell it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ever fuck GameStop. Don't buy games from GameStop. Don't trade used games to GameStop. They're a bunch of douchebags.
Yeah.
They sell used games as new.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
They've
absolutely. They treat you like crap.
Yeah.
They're severely uninformed.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't tell the number of times I've gone in there and heard them telling some customers some like absolutely
lies.
wrong stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, dude.
In conclusion, fuck GameStop.
Yes, fuck GameStop.
You've learned your lesson.
It's a very expensive lesson.
It's an expensive lesson.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So this is a first.
Dude, absolutely. This is a milestone in
It's a
NooBTooB.
milestone. Episode 39, we get our first female call-in.
Woo!
Which is shocking.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, this is Raven Nightstorm, also known as Erica. Just a quick question. Just wanted to know why most gamers that are male find it hard to believe that a female gamer could be good at any other kind of game. And along with that, sorry, Yuzo, I'm going to kind of pick on you. But when you guys talk about easy games and not much to them, how can you guys call those girl games? Or made for girls? Anyways, great show. Enjoy listening to you guys every week and keep up the good work. Take care and I hope to see you online. Bye.
Okay, so let me try and dig myself out of a large hole.
Why are you sexist, Yuzo?
I'm not...
Why do you hate women?
I love women. Women rule. When usually I think so. Let's take for example when I talked about Cooking Mama when I said it was a girls' game. It was very simplistic, but I don't think when I described it as a girls' game, I was saying because it was simple. It was because it was very cutesy. It was like very pink. There was a lot of things that you were cooking, which isn't necessarily a male or a female thing, but you were cooking, right? I mean, it's so okay. That's bad. Myself bad. No, sorry. So I'm
just not going to say anything.
I just keep on digging. Dig. So there's that. There's the other thing of like it's in my favor. They just had a big, huge thing where casual gaming right now, the number of female is over 76%.
Yeah.
Huge. And casual gaming, one of the key things about it is the fact that they're very simple games to pick up and play. So
not so much simple to master, but pick up.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
So
what I would say is like my thing that women like simple, cute games. Sure, it's a generalization, it's a stereotype, and I'm sorry, and I'm sure you play Gears of War, you are badass, you are hardcore, but you're in the minority.
Yeah.
So, it's a gross overgeneralization, but the same thing could be said of, it's a violent game, guys will like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a generalization, but it's kind of true.
The numbers kind of back it up, right? Like, so it turns, and the thing is over time this is changing. It also used to be the way that, like, the number of people that use the internet, things like that,
Exactly.
it always used to be massively men, and over time it's ratcheting up. Yeah. So, a couple of years from now people won't think of it this way, but until that's true, right now, violent games are overwhelmingly men, casual games are overwhelmingly women,
And the thing is, like, as reviewers of games, one of the things we like to do is say, okay, this game, this particular demographic might like it. This particular, like, we always say, like, kids might like this game.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And, it's not going to apply to you. You are a hardcore gamer. You are, you find you're female, but you're a hardcore gamer and you like these types of games, then listen to us when we say, this game's badass, it's going to freaking rock.
Yes.
Like, oh, we cut and we gouge and we rip somebody's heads off and shit down their trachea. I mean, like, those are games for you too.
Yeah.
But not necessarily for a mom.
Right.
Yes.
So, and also, I will not apologize for saying Yuzo's a girl when he likes games that are sissy-ish, because men calling other men women is just funny.
It is, and it's one of those things.
There's no two ways around it.
It's hilarious.
But you make good points. And to answer
absolutely.
your first question, why do men not think women can play games? Because they're idiots. Most of the people you're going to play against on Xbox Live are like
sexist.
13-year-old jackass kids. And the thing is if they weren't calling you something stupid for being a woman,
they'd
be calling other guys
gay.
homos. Or
something really bad.
Assholes.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not just picking on women. You just notice it because you're a woman, but people online are crazy, aggressive dipshits. There's no two ways around it.
Yeah, and it's like when you say most guys, well, you're talking about most guys that like games,
Yeah.
which is like 16 to 24.
Yeah.
Hormones are still there, not quite right in the head. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I think we're a little mature.
Not really.
Come on! So yes, I do apologize if you take offense, but we try to do these sorts of things to help people.
But thanks for listening. Thanks for keeping us on our toes. You gotta give us shit when we start acting like the only people listening are men, because it's not true.
Yeah, that's only stuff we hear
There's
from.
like at least 2 women that listen.
Maybe 3.
Maybe even 3.
Maybe 3.
So the next one is from Yo, who we called him Yo as a joke, and now he's calling himself Yo, which is...
Yo.
All right, Yo.
Yo, it's your main man, Yo, calling back once again to leave you a message. So here we go. Well, I see you guys arguing on the new episode number 38. Looks like you need a new guy in there to level you guys out. Maybe I should suggest myself, so maybe you guys should get me on that show. Have a triple quartet of symphony of awesomeness going on in there. I should be in that show. It would be so good that people couldn't even contain it anymore. But anyway, enough of that. What'd you guys think of that new Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie film for theaters? It was awesome, wasn't it?
Woo! Thanks a lot, Yo. We appreciate the call.
As appealing as a triple quartet of awesomeness sounds, I think we're good for now. I think we're all right.
But hey, here's the thing, man. We really want to play more videos with people. So if you want to record yourself doing something funny, as long as it's like under a minute, we'll stick it on if it's funny.
Yeah. So we are more than down with guest hosts, not guest hosts, but guest stars,
guest cameos, guest interaction. That sort of stuff.
We had a send in video a couple weeks back. Anyone that wants to videotape themselves, not just calling in, but you can videotape yourself on your camera, mail it in. We'll put you in the show if you're funny or interesting.
Yeah, and short. Just don't send us a 5-minute thing. It's not going to happen. So.
And also Aqua Teen Hunger Force that came out last weekend.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it yet. I totally want to because that show is awesome.
I totally want to see the show, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I'll probably go see it this weekend. We're talking about getting a group of people together
totally,
to see
I'm down, yeah, because I am a bachelor this whole week, so
I
need to go
that's right.
out.
Yuzo's a single man this week.
That's right.
He can stay out after 8.
Yes, the cat's away. Let's see. What is less? Oh, we have
one last one from Dire Gamer.
How much time we got? Yeah, we got enough time. Why not?
All right, Dire Gamer's got another question.
Hey, NooBTooB, this is Dire Gamer from the forums. I'm calling about the video game rental services online. I'm looking at Wiki, and it says there's quite a few. I'm looking at GameFly, Red Octane, IntelliFlix, Games and Flix, and Gplay. And the only ones that I'm seeing as being pretty viable are GameFly and Games and Flix. Games and Flix being cheaper. They both got pretty good reviews, but I wanted to know if you guys had tried both of those or what was going on. So if you could give me any advice, that'd be appreciated. Thanks so much. I'm out.
That was a great question.
Where's the woo?
There's no woo, unfortunately. Did Red Octane stop renting games? Because they did it for a little while.
I really didn't. I stopped paying attention.
Yeah. So out of the ones that were mentioned, I think the ones we tried are GameFly
and Games and Flix.
Did we both do Games and Flix?
Yeah,
we did the trial. So we did Games and Flix, and we've done the Blockbuster rental. So these are the ones that we can do. So what did you think of GameFly?
So I learned very quickly that I am too impatient. I can't do games by mail.
Yeah,
I really can't.
It takes too long.
It takes too long. None of them are very fast about it. If they had the Netflix model, I'd
they
probably do it.
Well, they have the Netflix model, but they don't have Netflix performance. Yeah.
Netflix performance is untouchable.
Oh my god, they have like 50 warehouses.
Yeah,
so
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it takes too long.
It takes too. I think it's the same for any of the ones we tried. GameFly, I think they're in California, and we're in California, and
round trip? What are you talking? Week and a half?
No, not even round trip. It's like 4 days for it to register on their site.
Yep.
4 days to come out, and be like a week and a half, and I have 2 games out. It's just ridiculous.
It's offensive. Like you're trying to do it, and you're just like, wow, Gears of War came out.
Yeah, let me try
this week. I want to try it.
Guess what?
You
It's
mail
out.
back your game. You get it back. Usually you'll have this shit where it's like you and I were talking about this way back in the day where you look at your queue, you have 20 games in it.
Yeah.
First 10 are like short wait.
Yeah, and you don't get it.
What?
It's like, how many games are you actually going to hold? I mean, that's one of the big problems.
So it's like you return a game, and then you're just like, oh man, Gears of War, I'm so excited. And then it's like, we mailed out today, Barbie's Princess Castle.
Like, great! That's awesome.
That wasn't even in my queue.
Well, dude, so here's the problem. When I did Games and Flicks, I was like, okay, these are the 2 new releases I want, and if they're short wait, I don't care. Like, once it pops in, I want it to come to me, right?
Yeah.
So I only put 2 games there. I had 2 games out. I returned both of my games.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Nothing shipped.
3 weeks went by, and I never got a game. Never.
Wow.
So that is absolutely uncalled for, unreal. And I think it was like Rainbow Six. I've been wanting to play Rainbow Six for the longest time.
I know.
And it never came. And so I canceled Games and Flicks. I hear people have been using GameFly recently, and they say it's better.
Okay.
I'm not willing to give it a try,
Well,
though.
hop on the forums and let us know. I, for one, am sticking with the Blockbuster rental pass because I like to just walk in. My Blockbuster's okay. It's not great. But I tend to get games reasonably quickly. But I honestly...
New releases are tough, though.
They're tough. You got to go in like I actually found out that they put them out on the shelves on Friday. So I'll swing in Friday morning on my way to work and pick up games. So you got to kind of... It's yet again, you got to work it.
Exactly.
These things won't work unless you work it. You got to go and you got to work it good.
Well, see, I was doing the same thing with I was doing the same thing with a Blockbuster, except my Blockbuster by my house is in Sunset in San Francisco, and there's 50 million Asians there, all with all 3 consoles, right? So they never had anything.
Wow, so you have to pick a Blockbuster in an Asian light neighborhood.
Yeah,
there's too many Asian gamers.
Yes, you just can't do it. I'm sorry.
See, that's the problem with hosting the show with Yuzo, though. Is he's racist and sexist.
Exactly.
He hates Asians and women.
Yes. Why am I dating one? Yes. But yeah, that's the thing. I think all the rental things suck for the most part. Right?
Pretty much.
They all pretty much suck.
And even Blockbuster pretty much sucks.
But hey, the thing is, I think
it sucks less.
Hey, it's good to use if there's a bunch of old games you haven't played yet.
And
that's the best time.
It's just, you can't afford to buy all these new games. Like, if you have to wait a week for a new game, Yuzo and I, we review new games every week. We cannot afford to buy all these new games. So, I mean,
we have to rent.
You have to do it to survive.
Dude, so our thing is every Friday we'll go to Blockbuster, and I'm paying $8 a pop now. So he's doing the rental thing, but he doesn't always get it. If I don't find it there, I'm going to Hollywood Videos. I'm calling 5. It's ridiculous the amount of work we have to do.
We're like game nomads.
Yeah. So as far as performance, it's going to be bad. But hey, if you have 20 old games, you want to play Lego Star Wars 1,
Go
totally.
It. Even Lego Star Wars 2 by now,
all the old 360 games, all the old Wii games.
Yeah.
Red
so
Steel.
it's a good deal. It's a good deal.
It is a good deal, but not for new releases.
Not for new releases. So forum updates.
Yeah.
So
we got a new newbies. There's a bunch of stuff, but let's talk about newbies.
This is really interesting. So we've got a new reputation system.
Yeah, and I think it's working kind of interesting.
Yeah, so we literally broke it in 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So we're just now figuring out how it's going to work. We're going to improve the system a little bit over time. We got some ideas. People have been throwing some stuff around. So basically what it is, every time you make a post, when people are reading through the post, in the bottom right it says,
Good post.
Good post.
Anybody can click that. That's a registered user.
Right. Anybody that's a registered user can click that, and it gives you a newbie.
The person that wrote the post, not the person that's hitting the
post.
Sorry.
So it gives you... I write a post, user likes it, he clicks good post, I get 1 newbie. We haven't decided how we're going to use these yet. We're going to have some sort of ranking system.
Yeah, we'll have a discussion,
grades.
get some ideas, and try to do things. I think, if you get 10, you'll get initiate or something like that. And there's going to be... And the reason why we wanted to do this was because we originally had post count. And what ended up happening was a lot of people were writing these one-liner posts which had nothing, and it was just they were just trying to pump up their post count, and we wanted to not do that. So what we want to do is have people recognize a good post or good information, or somebody helps somebody out, then they give them a newbie, and then I think it's going to help the community out a lot more.
It's respect. It's literally saying
economy of respect.
It's the economy of respect, and it's a fascinating idea, and it's a very modern idea, and Yuzo and I are both very enamored with it. We like the idea of You're a forum user that goes and you put serious thought into your posts. We've got some people that really will go and they'll craft essays. They'll actually write them in Word.
Gwenster writes his 50-page posts in Word. Yeah. You had Sloth who wrote all these great PS3 games because he was he just got one.
Great reviews.
Images. Yeah. He spent all this time on it. It's just look, people that like it, hey, let me just give him a newbie.
Exactly. You can and what's really nice about the system is we had some people right off the bat. They're like, well, what if it's a popularity contest? Blah blah blah. Here's the thing: is you can function with this within if you don't like it, you can still come in, read all the post all the posts, just ignore the newbie number. It doesn't matter. But if you want to be part of the community and you really, that's not really fair. But if you really like the idea of the economy of respect, then it's an awesome way to kind of plug yourself in. And when you make a good post and you're like, wow, I got 5 newbies for that. You can really see how much people appreciate what you're putting into the system.
And you can't really do that now unless you see people respond. But these are things for lurkers. A lot of people, there's most people on forums are lurkers and they don't actually post.
Which is is fine.
But they can still hit that button.
Exactly.
And definitely hit that button. Encourage good posts. And if you see somebody that does something bad, don't give them a newbie.
Exactly.
And say, I'm going to refrain newbies. So eventually people who have 0 newbies, they'll be looked on like, oh, what do I do to get more?
Yeah. So all these people, it'll encourage people who do a lot of Me Too one-line posts. You'll never get a newbie for that, right? No one will ever give you respect for doing a post that is throwaway.
Or a flaming, or just really annoying stuff.
So eventually what's going to happen is people will be like, wow, I've been posting for a month and I haven't gotten any newbies. What should I do that other people seem to like? And you're like, wow, this guy's got 100 newbies.
Yeah, I'll start doing stuff. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do things where people with 0 newbies, you can't see their posts or nothing like that.
No post limits.
So, don't worry about that. I think at most we'll do is moderators may deduct newbies for slight infractions. So if you post where's links or something like that, or you do something really stupid and we don't want to ban you.
Right.
We just say, all right, you lose 5.
Sure.
Just don't do it again.
Yeah.
So,
and hopefully we'll never have to do that.
Yeah, we don't plan on it, but it'll be one of those
we'll do things like when somebody gets to new levels, we can mention them on the show. Or,
if we're winning an Iron Gamer Challenge, we'll give out newbies.
Yes.
That kind of stuff.
Yes, that's the nice thing is we don't. It's not just posts. It's anything for being part of the community. Say you submit a T-shirt design that's so good that we end up printing it on a T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
You get a bunch of newbies for it. So it's any way that you contribute to the NooBTooB community, you become you're a loyal army member.
Exactly.
Of
you can
the
say,
NooBTooB army.
Yeah. And we'll just go on that.
Yeah, so I think it's awesome.
Yes. We are doing Resident Evil 4 again this week. We have the vote up, though, so go to the forums, vote for your retro game of next week.
Yep, so we're ending the vote. Ending the vote
I think
this week, yeah. And then you go and you look, and we've got a couple really good games up there.
Yeah, it's mostly PC, but everybody's saying, I don't recognize any of these games. I'm thinking Diablo.
Yeah.
So look at the other ones. The other ones are actually really good. So if you're voting, you haven't voted yet, make sure you research before you hit Diablo by accident.
Absolutely.
All right, I think that might be it, dude. We are running out of time. Alrighty. Oh, is this No! I'm not going to do it! We're both not going to play that game.
All right. Fair enough.
Alright, so it's me, right? Alright, that's our show for the week. Please check out our website, NooBTooB.com. That's NOOBTOOB.com. And participate in our forums by clicking on the new tab, the forums tab.
Yes, the little tabby tab on the new design.
And also, please call our voicemail and be like all the other people on the show who sent in voicemails.
Hell yeah.
By calling 888-233-8480. Also, send an audio or video to feedback@NooBTooB.com if you can't call that number. Be featured on the show.
Yes. Also, we added the phone number to the About Us page because we had a lot of people saying, hey, I don't want to go back and have to fast forward to the end of the episode just to get the phone number.
That's right.
We didn't have it anywhere on the site because we overlooked that somehow. So, if you click on the About Us page right at the front page, if you ever forget the number you want to call us, boom, it's right there.
Oh, yeah. Send videos.
Send videos to feedback@NooBTooB.com. So be sure to subscribe to our audio and video podcast in iTunes right off our front page. We got the links right down here below our donks. If you're on. Whoa. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right here. Right
nice
there.
Yellow orange button. Click it
also,
right now.
rate this video with 5 stars right here.
Right underneath Tobin's junk.
We're getting very pointy here.
That's right. And hey, make sure you keep 5 stars because, dude, we've been getting hitting the front page of top rated.
We've been having a really good time. Every time we post these episodes, we get mentioned as top rated, top reviewed.
Oh, it's awesome.
The army is awesome as always. Keep doing it. Keep that. You think it doesn't really matter, but it does.
It does.
I mean, it takes a second. Click 5 stars. Click whatever. Bring it. So
love it.
And we also have a MySpace profile of NooBTooB on MySpace, so check that out. Add us as a friend. And so that's all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozire.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe. Audio engineering is done by Range. You so nasty strong. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
We're out!
See ya.
Dude, where are you?
Where are you guys?
I'm inside the computer.
Oh, I see. We're